We have surrounded ourselves with a miracle of modern infrastructure. We route massive packets of data through fiber optic cables spanning ocean floors and bounce high-speed internet signals off satellites orbiting the Earth. Yet all of this perfectly engineered hardware inevitably crashes into a single, completely unpatchable bottleneck: the human user. Imagine looking a ship engineer in the eye and asking with zero irony if the massive vessel you are standing on is powered by a giant extension cord plugged all the way back into Miami. Or consider the teenager who genuinely believes their Wi-Fi connection is dropping because the wind outside is physically blowing the Wi-Fi cloud away. We dug through the wildest IT confessionals to bring you 10 verified, brain-melting tech support demands that prove common sense is currently offline. Stay tuned, because story number 10 will make you question the future of humanity. Human intuition often fails to align with the rigid, binary logic required to keep our technological world running. Our first deep dive begins in the corporate office. A young man started his very first Monday at a new job and immediately decided he needed to bring some clarity to the system. By mid-morning, he had accessed the company's shared network drive and manually renamed all 847 files belonging to every single department. Every contract, spreadsheet, and asset in the building was now identically titled Final V2, Reel This One. The marketing department descended into a panic, while the IT lead simply put his head down on his desk in defeat. When HR pulled the new hire into a meeting, he calmly explained he was just trying to organize the workspace. While wiping out a company's shared drive on day one is a localized disaster, Story 10 follows a security event that triggered a full-scale corporate meltdown. Proactive ignorance within a corporate network creates damage on a scale that passive confusion rarely reaches. The chaos escalates when users interact with physical hardware. An irate executive called his help desk screaming that the retractable coffee cup holder on his brand new computer tower had violently snapped off. The IT worker arrived to find the shattered remains of a CD-ROM drive tray scattered across the floor, dripping in spilled dark roast coffee. Elsewhere, a frantic user called the desk in tears because they were locked out of an installation. The prompt read, "Press any key to continue," and they had spent 20 minutes searching their keyboard for a specific key labeled any. Then we have the hotel guest who called maintenance, furious that her room's microwave was broken even after she ran a 20-minute cycle. The crew arrived to find a cold cheeseburger locked inside the room's heavy metal security safe. She had been punching in her security pin code, convinced the safe was a heating device. Back in the office, a user submitted an urgent ticket regarding a completely dead computer mouse. The technician found the user had taken a pair of scissors and snipped the cord clean off the back of the mouse. The user explained they were tired of cable clutter and had decided to manually upgrade themselves to a wireless device. When a user fails to grasp the mechanical reality of a device, they will confidently invent their own disastrous logic to solve imaginary problems. If physical hardware causes this much confusion, the invisible world of Wi-Fi signals is a breeding ground for total paranoia. We saw this on a cruise ship, where a passenger argued with management that the sea breeze was physically blowing the Wi-Fi signal away from his phone. This lack of understanding often fuels suspicion. A teenager setting up a laptop scanned for signals and saw one named FBI Surveillance Van Number 2. He told his mother they were under federal investigation, leading her to immediately call the police. The patrol cars arrived only to discover the signal belonged to a 12-year-old neighbor playing a prank. Other users skip the paranoia and go straight for extortion. A new office hire located the router in a back hallway and changed the Wi-Fi password to his own first name. As his coworkers lost their connection, he leaned back in his chair and offered to help them reconnect for a small personal fee. Sometimes the threat is entirely domestic. An elderly couple reported a phantom shopper hacking their smart speaker to order premium birdseed and expensive crackers. The investigating detective solved the case when he heard the family parrot in the living room. The bird was mimicking the husband's voice to activate the speaker and order itself snacks. Because wireless technology operates out of sight, the human mind fills that informational vacuum with wild conspiracies and opportunistic chaos. This brings us to the final ticket. In this case, the user understood the technology perfectly, but lacked any sense of situational awareness. A new hire walked into the IT department during his second hour of work. He approached the lead technician and casually mentioned that the company's cybersecurity setup was charmingly naive. The IT director joined a routine welcome meeting only to watch the new hire spend 2 hours identifying critical vulnerabilities directly from the login screen. This demonstration triggered an immediate company-wide security meltdown. The clueless novice causes accidents through ignorance, but the arrogant expert possesses the knowledge required to systematically break an entire infrastructure just to prove they can. An organization can spend millions on luxury hardware, but it cannot purchase common sense for its users. For those working in IT, your job is secure. Human unpredictability is the one glitch in the system that will never be patched. Which of these stories broke you the most? Share your own tech support nightmares in the comments below. Do us a favor, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into IT stupidity. Stay smart, and we will see you next time.